All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
All right, now, 230. Come on, D.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch one. You bet me.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and 6.
Release and go.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Moncrief. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
That's another Steelers first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Black 20. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Ryan Switzer, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it It tells you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 36-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, alert 3. Check nickel. Hatchet. We're going to 54. 1 here. We're going to 53. Back. Kill. Watch it.
Here's Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The drive will start with Connor. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now a toss. This is Connor. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
36-yard line.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively a dime look. 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Here we go. Check right 54. Right 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Draw play. Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, 46. Go. Oh, here we go. Oh. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. 26.
From the 29, Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And an alley to run. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They start the drive with Conner. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Ben leads to Conner on the draw. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there. And it's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
44. Hey, Haywood.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Hey, alert.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to Conner here on first. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 19-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Roethlisberger. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tommy Sweeney, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
At the 18-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Watch 1. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Go to 54, go to 54. Why ain't 54, right there. 54 Mike. In your face.
A second down throw for Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Check it back. Watch the eye. Check it out, read. Watch twist. We're going to 54. Why ain't? Alert flare. Then we're going to 53. Watch out.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All right, now, Black 80. Hey, alert. Black, what's that?
Here's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Elliott. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Hey, we go 480. Mike 54. Hey, we're going to 54. 180. Let him know.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Prescott to throw it. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Austin Safarian Jenkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will get him 1 closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
We
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Looking deep down. He's got a man. Complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Black 20. Look. Watch the slant.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get that one complete to counter. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will make this a 19-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right,
there he goes, Amari Cooper, 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never wanted to make something.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Terrell Edmunds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll lose yardage here back to the 15. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
180. Alert. Watch QB jump.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Conner. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 1st down, and it's Pollard again. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to 54.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
47. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Here we go, 46. Bang, 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 bang.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hey, kill. 47. Watch twist.
To throw is Prescott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
From the red zone now, Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and now it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On second down, Prescott again. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Austin Safarian Jenkins with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Switch it. Protein spill. Kill. Get it.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
White 80. Alert. Tight end right.
Throwing on second and long. Roethlisberger. Open man is Switzer complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Joker, 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 Joker.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one. Deep left. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. How about Ben Roethlisberger? His 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll set up to throw. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go.
He'll look to throw. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? Where we've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills, and we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys of the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Steelers on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On second down, it's Connor. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1 and 2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Set 90 Wolf. Let's go.
2nd and 15. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Hey, Delta. All day, get it.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.